Okay, so basically today is a day of distribution. And we're only going to be distributing one term. Tomorrow, though, we're going to start distributing more than one term. Okay? But notice the one term we're distributing in may or may not have exponents involved. Okay? So this one, we start getting exponents. Okay, so let's just start with the easy. Okay, today, exponent rules do apply. So when you're multiplying exponents, what are you really doing with the exponents? Adding them. So let's keep that in mind, okay? So what is x times 2x? Woo! You're multiplying today, not adding 2x squared. No, it's not just you. There are several people. We're multiplying today. X times 2x is 2x squared. X times 4 is 4x. And then that's it. X times x is x squared, folks. Exponents of 1 goes back to your rule of adding exponents when you're multiplying them. Yesterday we were adding. It's a totally different answer. Are you with me, Dana? Good? Okay. So go back to that foldable. Remember our foldables? The very first, or I think it's the third flap on your foldable where it says that if you have common bases, you're multiplying, you're adding the exponents. Okay. Okay. Distribute 5a times 2a. It's not 10a. 10a squared. Ah! So I heard 10a, I heard 7a, and I heard 10a squared. So I heard 3 different answers, y'all.
She just explained it. She said x.
Oh, that A doesn't have an all A's.
We're back in business. Here we go. Okay, so we got to finish this guy. Remember, the big numbers, coefficients, 5, 2, and 3, you just multiply like normal numbers. So, 5 times 3 is 15, and A times B is just AB. And that's it. That was really ugly circle. That's fine. Moving on. Okay. I promise you, let's just keep going. We're going to get the hang of it. Here we go. 3x times 4x. 3 times 4 is 12. X times x is x squared. Minus 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. X times y, xy. Okay. Okay. The difference in number 4 is that the number we're multiplying is behind the parentheses this time. Like this is a binomial, this one's a monomial. As in up here, the monomial came first, then the binomial. Monomial, then the binomial. And now it's the binomial, then the monomial. It's okay. You can still distribute, but you're kind of like distributing backwards. Okay. So what is 0.5 times 0.5?
1/4.
What? Okay. 0.25 or 1/4, yes. X times y, xy, plus, okay, there is no coefficient on the y, so 0.5, and y times y, y squared. Is it okay that it was written that way and not the other way? Yes. Okay, so now we have a monomial and a trinomial. So the monomial times the first term, times the second term, and times the third term. Okay, you multiply regular coefficients like normal numbers. So the -3 and the 3 are coefficients. So negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Okay. Then we have an x times an x squared.
So would that be
X cubed.
X cubed. Yes. Okay, so we did the first term. Now let's multiply the second term. Negative 3 times 6. Negative 3 times 6. Negative 3 times, thank you. Negative 18.
Why did I lie?
No, where did it go? Y squared. There we go. I'm sorry. I forgot we hadn't finished the first term. Moving on.
Negative 18
Negative 18.
x squared.
Okay, hold on. Not everyone's getting it as quick as you are. Hold on. X times x, x squared. Y times y, y squared. And then negative 3 times negative 5,
15.
positive 15. X times x,
Y cubed.
x squared. Y times y squared, y cubed. Good. Now notice, none of these are like terms. X cubed y squared, x squared y squared, x squared y cubed. You can't combine them now. But like yesterday, we could combine some of them. Tomorrow we're going to be able to combine some of these terms. That's why we had to learn yesterday's lesson first. Yes, you're multiplying and then you're combining like terms. That's correct. Okay. All right, number 6. Y'all want to try this one on your own real fast? Okay.
Yes.
Well, this one's easier than 5, so try number 6 on your own. All right, let's go ahead and check this. Hello, trying to record here. Thanks. Okay, 4 times 3 is 12. N squared times n cubed is n to the 5th. Plus, okay, multiplying big numbers, adding exponents is what we're doing. Big numbers, 4 times 5, 20. And add little, n, 2 plus 2, 4. Minus 4 times 2 is negative 8. And then n squared times no other n's is just n squared. Woo!
Yeah, that's not.
Was there like a bet going on? What's happening?
Yes.
All right, congratulations to those who got it right. Now, this is, we're distributing this monomial to this trinomial, and then we're distributing this monomial to this trinomial. Then we're going to combine terms, combine like terms.
Oh, so we combine.
You multiply first, then, because in PEMDAS, multiplication comes before addition or subtraction. You can't subtract until you multiply. Okay, so distribute 2 b to the cubed. 2 times 4 is 8 b squared plus 16 b. Okay, so that's that first multiplication. Now you have to distribute the back monomial. Negative 3b times 3b squared is
Negative 9b.
negative 9b cubed. Negative 3b times 9b is negative 27b squared. And then negative 3b times negative 18 is positive 54b. Okay, this is when we are not done. This is yesterday's lesson. We are combining like terms. Yes. 2b cubed minus 9b cubed is negative 7b cubed. This is what we did yesterday. Okay, then we have to go to the b squareds. 8b squared minus 27b squared is
Negative 19.
negative 19b squared. Then 16b and 54b is 70b. Okay, so this would be our simplified answer. So in that problem, that's where we had to both distribute and then combine like terms. Okay, some of you are going to be a little lost on your homework assignment tonight because you have your phones out or you're not paying any attention. Okay, number 8. Ria's cornfield is shaped like a rectangle. Uh-oh, here we go. I gotta draw a rectangle again. See if I can make it look like a rectangle.
Yes.
Okay. Learned my lesson yesterday. All right. The length of one side is 3 meters less than twice the width. Well, what's the width? Yeah, but what is it? What does it represent? W.
Oh.
The width is, remember, let W equal width. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the length is 3 meters less than twice the width. So how are we going to represent the length? 2W minus 3. Write an expression in simplified form to find the area of the field. How do you find area? Area. Yeah. Not perimeter, area. Length times width. So I would put the W first. W times 2W minus 3. So distribute W times 2W. 2W squared. W times negative 3. Negative 3W. And that's it. You can't combine after that because one's a W squared and one's a W. So that's your area of the rectangle. That one was pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys learned a lot about shaded figures when you were in junior high. What do you do to find area of shaded figures? So it's not, you can't find the area of the shaded side right away. The big figure you can, though. The big figure would be the rectangle. The small figure would be, this is a square. So then you would take the big and subtract the small to find the area of the shaded. Okay? Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is find the area of the big. Well, what shape is the big shape?
A rectangle.
Okay, great. And how do you find the area of a rectangle? Awesome. Our length is, well, it doesn't matter if you do 3x times 4x minus 6 or 4x minus 6 times 3x. It doesn't matter. I always like to put my monomial first. 3w. Oh, it's not a w. It's an x. 3x times 4x minus 6. So go ahead real fast and simplify that. Multiply in. Awesome. Okay, you have the answer. What is it?
Well, that's squared minus 18.
Perfect. You're getting it. 12x squared minus 18x. So that's the big shape, right? The rectangle. Okay, and then what shape is our small shape? Well, it's a type of rectangle. It's a square. The reason it's a square because the length and the width are the same. They're x and x. So all of these would actually be x's, right? So how do you find the area of the square? Length times width, still right, or side times side. So x times x is it 2x or is it x squared? X squared, good. So that's our small area. So now do you find the shaded? Yeah. So 12x squared minus 18x minus x squared. Well, the like terms are the 12x squared and the negative x squared. So what is 12x squared minus x squared?
11x.
Good. Some people tell me it's 12. So 11x squared, 12x squared minus a 1x squared is 11x squared, and then just minus 18x. And that is the area of the shaded region. Okay, and I believe we are on our last problem, right?
Yeah.
Find the area of the following figure. This is a composite figure. Why is it a composite figure? Do y'all remember? Two shapes put together to make one shape. So we have this shape here, which is a rectangle, and this shape here, which is a
Like triangle.
triangle. And actually, in order to be able to do this problem, I'm going to have to change it, because we haven't learned a binomial times a binomial yet. We're just doing monomials today. So take off the minus 1, just 4x. The length of the, shoot, you still have to do it here, don't you? Okay. Maybe, let's not change this one. Let's change this guy. Sorry, change that one to 2x. That'll work. I apologize. Okay, so to find the area of the rectangle, it's length times width, right? So I'm going to put my monomial first, 2x times 4x minus 1. Go ahead and find that for me really fast. Go ahead and multiply. Okay. So 2x times 4x is 8x squared, minus 2x times negative 1 is minus 2x. Great, so that's the rectangle's area. Now we have to do the triangle's area. What's the formula for that? 1/2 base times height, or you could do base times height divided by 2. Same thing. Okay? Alright, well, what's the base of our triangle? Okay, and what's the height of our triangle? 2x. So I'm going to put my 2x first. Times 2x plus 4. Does it matter that I did the 2x first and then the 2x plus 4? No. And then at the end we're going to divide by 2.
But where do we get the 2x from?
Right here. It's the same as this height here. Because it's a rectangle.
Yeah.
And these two sides are congruent in a rectangle. Okay. Multiply first. So we have 4x squared plus 8x. And then we're going to divide the whole thing by 2. So cut the monomial in half. So instead of 4x squared plus 8x, it's going to be 2x squared plus 4x. So that's the area of the triangle. So we have the area of the rectangle and area of the triangle. So what are we going to do now to find the area of the composite? Yeah, add them together. So 8x squared, minus 2x plus 2x squared plus 4x. So now you're really just combining like terms like yesterday's lesson. Your x squareds together are 10x squared. Negative 2x plus 4x is plus 2x. So that is the area of both of the figures combined.